Welcome to today's episode of Breaking Dawn. Good morning. This morning I want to take you to one of my favorite places in Seattle. Wait, let me rephrase that. I want to take you to my favorite place in Seattle, period. Funny thing about favorite places, it relates to you in a way that nowhere else can, and Olympic Sculpture Park is one of those places. And by the way, this is steel, this is not plastic. This I guess this is part of the sculpture thing. I guess favorite places are kind of personal, so I want to give you a little bit of the backstory. On average, I run about 2 to 3 miles in the morning. It's not a whole lot, but it's just the right amount to get my day started, and I follow a very specific route. Is it route or route? I follow a very specific route. Let me show you. Here is where the run will usually begin. And here is the Olympic Sculpture Park. And what a surprise! From the beginning of the run to the halfway finish line is exactly 1 mile. Do you get it now? So no matter it's dark or bright or sunny or cloudy or rainy or hailing, joyful or sadness, I see this park every single day. And it has become a staple in my life. And that is kind of amazing. I just ran into a good friend of mine, and she also runs here in the morning. And of course, for the sake of this show, I have to ask her, what's her favorite thing in the mornings?
What would I say? I love hearing the birds. I love hearing the waves. It's just so inspirational. And then sometimes I see eagles and they're gorgeous. Or sometimes I will see water life. But I love the dogs and saying hi to them. Yep. And sometimes people speak and interact. It's all uplifting. It's all beautiful. Yep. Even when it's raining. Yep.
That was great. That was great from Lorraine.
Yay, Jammer.
There are just so many things to love about here in the mornings. Plus there are sculptures in the sculpture park. I believe this one is called Love and Loss. Yep, I can totally see that. Totally. Seattle cloud cover. The sculptures, the sound of the waves, the birds, being able to see this piece of amazing landscape every single day, these are all nice things. But what really made me fall in love with the park, the city, the whole Seattle waterfront, it's not when it's sunny and bright. It's during the time when it's pitch dark. During the winter times, when it's rainy and cold, dark and windy, no one runs here in the mornings. But I would come to the park, sit along the pocket beach, and drench myself in the darkness and the sound of waves. I would run to the top of the park and wait for the first sliver of light landing on the restless water. It's such a magical feeling. It felt like the whole waterfront is yours. It felt like the whole city lights up just for you. So dear Sculpture Park, thank you. Thanks for having me in the mornings.
All right, that's it for today's episode of Breaking Dawn, and I hope you're enjoying the story. There's one other interesting fact about the sculpture park. You can engrave your name here when you make a contribution of $1,000. All this blank metal plate to have your name on it. Yeah. Tell me, how good of a deal is that? I'll see you in the next morning.